Let me go ahead and get everything ready for the hearing. I need to put this on the YouTube. And then and start the recording. All right, the court is calling cause number 2012 DCM 01329. This is a hearing on a motion filed by the Attorney General's office. It's entitled a motion to modify child support. Parties before me are Ruby Montoya and Jose Montoya. Both parties are present before me on the Zoom application, and we are appearing on the Zoom application due to the current pandemic crisis that's going on in our community. However, the Supreme Court of the State of Texas, the Office of Court Administration, and the local Council of Judges have permitted us to conduct our hearings remotely, and we're doing so on this Zoom application. I am recording the evidence on the computer-generated system, and that is the official record of our proceedings here today. I'll advise parties to please conduct themselves accordingly as if we were in court. The audio portion sometimes goes out on us, so don't talk over each other, only one person talking at one time. And those are the general rules that apply to every single case, so I'm not singling out this in particular. All right, I understand parties have met with the Assistant Attorney General, Ms. Sprague, and present before me on the Zoom application. At this time, I'll ask Ms. Sprague to make an announcement on this matter. Ready to proceed, Ms. Sprague?
Jessica Sprague for the state of Texas. We're ready to proceed with a contested hearing.
All right, then Ms. Montoya, are you ready to proceed, ma'am?
Yes.
Mr. Montoya, are you ready to proceed, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll have, please raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor.
All right, thank you. Both parties answered in the affirmative. All right. Ms. Sprague, go ahead, present the case.
Thank you, Judge. The state would first ask the court take judicial notice of the file and all of its contents, specifically the default order in suit to modify parent-child relationships signed on or about December 15th of 2014.
All right, the court will take judicial notice of all the underlying court orders that are contained in the court file, and in particular, the 2014 court order in this case. Those orders are in the court file. They do appear to be in proper form. So we'll take judicial notice of the 2014 court order. Go ahead,
Thank
Ms.
you, Judge. The state calls Ruby Montoya.
All right, go ahead. She's been sworn in.
Ms. Montoya, you were previously not ordered to pay child support or current or medical support. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that was due to your incarceration back in 2014?
Yes, ma'am.
You're obviously no longer incarcerated. And you understand we're here to modify and set child support and medical support.
Yes.
Are you currently working?
No.
Are you receiving any unemployment benefits?
Yes.
And you've been receiving those benefits since October of 2020, is that correct?
Yes.
And the current amount you have been receiving since the beginning of 2021, beginning in January of 2021?
Yes. So what, I'm sorry?
That weekly benefit is $751 per month?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't get is it a weekly or monthly amount?
Ms. Montoya, it's actually a weekly benefit, but you're paid every 2 weeks. Is that correct?
I get paid every 2 weeks. Yes.
So the amount you receive every 2 weeks is $1,502.
Yes.
And do you have any health insurance available through an employer or any other source?
Ms. Sprague, I didn't get hold on. I didn't get the amount. It was kind of kind of broke up a little bit.
I apologize, Judge. The weekly benefit is $751.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Ms. Montoya, do you have any health insurance available through an employer or any other source?
I have Obamacare.
Do you have health insurance available through, for the children through another source that you're currently providing or available?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any other children under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
And we've done some calculations and we have, if we use the statutory guidelines, your child support for 2 children would be $652 and your medical support would be $150. Are you asking the court to deviate from those guidelines and order something different?
Order something different, yes.
What are you asking the court to order?
Well, since it's based on unemployment benefits that I'm getting, that will not stay there permanent. And since it's due to the $300 extra that I'm getting weekly, because so that's what the unemployment benefits is giving right now for the people that are unemployed. That's why I'm getting the $751 weekly, which is based on something that it's just while I don't have a job, but as soon as I find a job, who knows if it's going to be that much money that I'm going to be getting weekly. And based on my job hunting that I've been doing and my job interviews, they are paying $12, $13 an hour in my area.
So
At
Ms.
this moment.
Montoya, what is it that you're at, what amount are you asking the court to cover your child support obligation to be?
I can do $550 with insurance a month.
So instead of a total obligation of $802 monthly, you were proposing to the court to pay $550?
Yes.
Do you have any extraordinary expenses that you'd
Yes.
like the court to consider?
Yes.
What are those?
Hospital bills,
Excuse me?
hospital bills, house payment, my car payment, my health insurance payment, my car payment, my car insurance, my utilities, gasoline. And I currently have credit card bills that I have due to that whenever I got unemployed, my benefits were not the same as what I'm getting right now. So I had to use my credit cards to be able to catch up in some of my payments, like for example, my house payment, my car payment, so they wouldn't get repossessed. So right now I'm trying to pay back.
Let's
What I
talk
was-
about medical bills, and you don't need to tell me what they're for, but how much a month do you pay on those medical bills, those medical expenses?
My payment is $250, $257 a month.
And are you paying that every month?
Yes.
And how much do you still owe on that?
Right now I have a balance of $5,500.
And getting back to the actual obligations, the oldest child has turned 18 and he's still enrolled full-time in high school. Is that correct?
Yes, that is my understanding.
You understand that once he graduates high school, which they expect to be in May, your child support obligation would drop under the statutory scheme to $521.
Yes.
Do you have any issues with your identifying information, like your address or phone number, being listed in any court order today?
No, I don't have a problem.
And whatever the judge is ruling today, are you requesting to review the order before it's submitted to the judge? or may we submit it directly to the judge for his review and signature?
You can submit it to the judge for his signature.
Pass the witness.
All right. Any other evidence?
State calls Jose Montoya.
All right, go ahead. He's been sworn in.
Mr. Montoya, do you have any issues or concerns with your identifying information being listed in any court order?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell the court what concerns you have with that information being listed in the order?
Yes, ma'am. I have received some threats from Mrs. Montoya. I have police report and texts.
Is there currently visitation scheduled between the children and Ms. Montoya?
No, ma'am. There has been incidents in the past that have not inspired me any trust, and it is up to my discretion.
And you have heard what the statutory guidelines would be for child support medical support? Are you asking the court set those amounts based on the statutory calculations?
Which is what you mentioned at the beginning?
Which would be $652 for child support and $150 for medical support?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you okay if we submit the order to the court without you first reviewing it for signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Pass the witness. Take rest and close.
Okay, no other evidence or testimony?
No, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Let me just a few follow-up questions with Mr. Montoya. Mr. Montoya, Joseph is how old? I'm sorry, that's not the child. Joe? Yeah, Joe and Jose, the two boys.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. We're all Jose's.
They're all Jose's, okay.
Yes, Joe, Jose Gerardo, and Jose Alejandro, and I'm Jose Alfredo. We're all kind of
Okay.
a tradition there.
How old is Jose, the oldest?
He has turned 18. Alex has turned 18.
Okay, and is he in high school?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is he expected to graduate?
According to my understanding, it's going to be either May or June, if everything goes accordingly. But they have been doing so many changes due to the pandemic that it's hard to tell at this point.
Okay, all right, hold on a second. Ms. Montoya, where are you?
I'm right here. Something happened with my phone. It's running low on battery, so I got a
Okay,
black
all right.
screen, but I'm here.
Okay, and Mr. Montoya, how old is your other Jose? How old is he?
Jerry, he's 17, Your Honor.
17, okay. Have you received any child support payments or any support from Ms. Montoya during this time?
Your Honor, way back in the beginning, when we tried to make some,
Okay, Mr.
good.
Montoya, just from the last order of 2014, has she helped out with any expenses for the children?
No, Your Honor.
Do you know when she was released from custody?
I believe it was around December of 2014.
How were the children covered on health insurance? I didn't get that.
Yes, I have them enrolled through Medicaid, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Are you working, Montoya?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have health insurance from through your employer for the children?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Great. Mr. Montoya, I'm assuming you have bills to pay also, don't you?
Yeah, restitution fees to the,
Just a minute, ma'am. I'm not asking you. I'm asking Mr. Montoya.
oh,
Mr. Montoya, you have bills to pay as well, don't you?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have house payments to pay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have to feed the children?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a car?
Yes, Your Honor.
You pay gasoline for the car?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any medical bills that you have to pay for the children?
Not at the moment, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any co-pays that you have to pay out of pocket?
Not at the moment, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Questions for Ms. Montoya? Ms. Montoya, you have not been ordered to pay any child support in 2014. Is that right?
I got out on 2015. Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you provided any support since you were released in December of 2014?
Yes.
How much have, well, tell me about that. How much have you paid in child support for these two children?
Not through the court order, but they're considered gifts. Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, well, tell me what those gifts are.
I'm sorry.
Tell me what those gifts are.
Money and yeah, money for clothes and food.
Is that for the birthdays?
No, different times.
Is that for Christmas?
I have given them money for Christmas as well.
How long have you been receiving unemployment?
I got unemployment in October,
Okay.
back in October of 2020, Your Honor.
Okay, where were you working during that time?
I was working for CP Energy,
Okay.
but they due to COVID, they shut down.
How long were you working?
I was working there for 6 months.
You currently live in Odessa, don't you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who else lives with you?
I live by myself.
Are you registered with the Texas Workforce Commission?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your educational background? How far did you get?
GED.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, Ms. Sprague, any additional questions on the areas the court touched upon with the parties?
No additional questions, Judge.
Okay. All right, based on the testimony presented here today, I do find that there has been substantial material changes since the last order that was entered in this case. I'm going to follow the statutory guidelines and set child support pursuant to the statutory guidelines, which include child support. I believe, Ms. Sprague, let me confirm the amounts. $652. The appropriate step down is when the first child turns 18 or graduates from high school. I can get to a step down amount, Ms.
$521, Judge.
521. And $150 on the medical support arrears. I'm sorry, the medical support to cover the health insurance provided through the government insurance. 150 on the medical support. Ms. Montoya, how is your unemployment going to be running out soon?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. What was that?
Is your unemployment going to run out soon?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Sprague, was that the amounts that was I correct in those amounts that you recommended?
Your Honor, just to clarify, we don't know when her unemployment benefits will expire or if they may or may not be reduced at any time. So the obligations were to begin May 1st in accordance with what her net resources are as of today, because we don't have any information that it's being reduced.
Okay, all right. Okay, I was thinking about referring this matter, Ms. Montoya, to the NCP Choices Program.
And unfortunately, Judge, because she lives in Odessa, we're not able to do that.
And yeah, that's what I was gonna confirm that with Mr. Salazar, who was present, but no longer is in my room. Okay, all right. All right, so that's going to be the order of the court. Follow the statutory guidelines, setting child support as set out in those guidelines.
Your Honor, what is the ruling on Mr. Montoya's request for non-disclosure?
I'll grant the request for non-disclosure.
And the last issue, Judge, is the state would ask that Ms. Montoya be ordered to pay or enter into a payment plan to pay court costs as billed.
That's fine. Court cost as billed. At this point in time, I'm going to ask Ms. Sprague to go ahead and prepare the order as I have issued it. Go ahead and send it to me through that DocuSign application that we utilize in every case. Once I receive it, I will sign it. The order will then be filed with the clerk's office here in El Paso. Copies will be sent to the parties. Ms. Montoya, I need to advise you, ma'am, that if you disagree with my ruling here today, you do have the right to appeal my decision, and that you have to file an appeal if you're going to do so. However, you have 3 days from today's date. That's according to the family code. You have 3 days from today's date to file an appeal with the referring court, which in this case is the 65th District Court in El Paso, Texas. That's the Honorable Judge Gutierrez. But that appeal has to be filed within 3 days from today's date. Okay?
Yes, I understand. I understand, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Ms. Sprague, anything else?
No, Judge, and the order is being sent to you in DocuSign right now.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you all very much. That concludes the hearing. Parties are excused. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.